So, the final challenge before the soul's ascent, the wrathful wisdom of the flesh. What does this mean? Is wrath always a bad thing, or could there be wisdom in our strongest emotions? Today we're diving into the seventh power in the Gospel of Mary and uncovering its lessons through tarot. Okay, so in the Gospel of Mary, the final challenge the soul faces is called the wrathful wisdom of the flesh. But what does that really mean? Wrath is often seen as destructive, but wisdom in there implies that there's something deeper. This trial speaks to the power of anger, passion, and unrestrained desire, but also the ego's version of wisdom, which can be reactive, self-serving, and purely survival-driven. So the real question is, does anger always lead to destruction, or can we transform it into something higher, something better, something more in alignment with soul? So that's what we're going to be exploring today. This is one of the few powers of wrath, powers of ego, that we get a good example of in the Gospel of Mary itself. Because remember, this whole exploration for me was just taking what is in the Gospel of Mary and running with that. So here, I want a refresher course, right? So the seven powers here, the seventh is the wisdom of the wrathful person. And if we read on in the Gospel of Mary, we see here, Andrew responds to Mary, addressing the other brothers and sisters who are there. And he said, "Say what you will about the things she has said, but I do not believe that the Savior has said these things, for indeed these teachings are strange ideas." And Peter, he responds, and he brings up similar concerns. He questions them about the Savior, saying, "Did he then speak with a woman in private, without our knowing about it? Are we to turn around and listen to her? Did he choose her over us?" Then Mary wept and said to Peter, "My brother Peter, what are you imagining? Do you think that I have thought these things up by myself in my heart, or that I am telling lies about the Savior?" To which Levi answers, speaking to Peter, he says, "Peter, you have always been a wrathful person. Now I see you contending against the woman like the adversaries. For if the Savior made her worthy, who are you then, for your part, to reject her? Assuredly, the Savior's knowledge of her is completely reliable. That is why he loved her more than us. Rather, we should be ashamed. We should clothe ourselves with the perfect human, acquire it for ourselves as he commanded us, and announce the good news, not laying down any other rule or law that differs from what the Savior said." And then they go on and they teach and they preach the things that Jesus had said. But in this, it's a clear example of the power of wrath. Peter gets mad. Peter and Andrew, they both get angry. Would Jesus have said this to a woman instead of to us? That's anger. But that anger is informing them. Like, they're angry, but why are they angry? They're angry because they're jealous that they weren't made privy to this, but that Mary Magdalene was. So that's a profound a profound example of the wisdom of the wrathful person. The wisdom of the wrathful person, it hides something else, right? Anger is always informative, always. Anger always is a mask for something else. And in this case, it was masking jealousy. They were jealous that they weren't made privy to this knowledge that Jesus had shared with Mary. There's another passage earlier in the book of Mary that says, "Matter gave birth to passion that has no equal, which proceeded from something contrary to nature. Then arises disturbance in the whole body." And this passage is also fascinating because it suggests that when we let passion or emotion take control, it disrupts us entirely. We become unbalanced, reactive, and driven by something contrary to nature. That I take contrary to nature to mean contrary to our divine essence or our divine truth, our soul truth. But that doesn't mean that passion or emotion or anger is wrong, only that if we let it rule us, we stay trapped in the ego. So how can we work with these emotions wisely? Becomes the real question, doesn't it? So I have a tarot spread because that's what I do. Tarot helps us explore things and integrate and understand things better. So I like tarot. I have 4 questions here that I am going to make tarot prompts. The first question is the power of wrath. What unresolved anger am I being called to confront? The second is the ego's wisdom. How is my ego trying to protect me through this anger? The third question is the higher path. How can I transform this anger into wisdom? How can I transform this anger into wisdom? And the fourth is going to be divine guidance, a message of grace, peace, and true wisdom beyond the flesh. I want to encourage you, dear viewer, now to bring out your own tarot deck and pull cards along with me. Or maybe, like, if the reading that I'm going to pull, if it resonates with you, then feel free to receive it as your own message. Absolutely. But let us get into it. The power of wrath. What unresolved anger am I being called to confront? The ego's wisdom. How is my ego trying to protect me through this anger? How is my ego trying to protect me through this anger? The higher path. How can I transform this power into wisdom? And then divine guidance, a message of grace, peace, and true wisdom beyond the flesh. Okay, so the power of wrath. Oh, underneath it all we have Pisces, dreamy Pisces. Okay, so the power of wrath. What unresolved anger am I being called to confront? Prudence. Angry over always having to play it safe. Angry over always having to filter thoughts and words to make sure that it is sanitary and safe for others, family, friends, the world at large. The ego's wisdom. How is my ego trying to protect me through this anger? The world. My ego is trying to protect me by saying that you'll never reach this world stage, right? This is as good as it gets. This is all there is. Bask in it. The higher path. How can I transform this power into wisdom? The Eight of Wands. I can use this to propel me forward, to give me that spark, to do the thing, to get out there, do it, do it, do it. And divine guidance, a message of grace, peace, and true wisdom beyond the flesh. The Four of Wands. You can find a spiritual balance. You can find the balance between the fleshy you and the spiritual you. You can find the balance between doing the things that you have to do and the things that you want to do. You know, like you can find balance and happiness being a spiritual person and a worldly person. Like it's not like you're only one of them. You're both of them. And you can find that balance, that stability in both aspects. So this is the final power the soul faces before ascending, and it's a big one. If we meet our strongest emotions with wisdom instead of reaction, we have the opportunity to really step into our true power. I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you think that wrath can be wise? Have you ever transformed your own anger into something meaningful? Let's talk about it in the comments. So, thank you and bless you so much for being a part of exploring the Magdalene with me. If you are enjoying this series, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. So yeah, that's it. Bye.